Arthritis, yes, because people stopped making soup. Because about 3/4 of all protein that your body is made of is collagen. It's an elastic protein that holds our bodies together. And joints in particular, and all fascias and ligaments and capsules of the joints and the liquid inside the joint and the structure of the bone and cartilage, this is all collagen. It's a very, very important protein in the human body. Problem is that collagen is a magnet for toxins. So when you have toxins in your body from man-made chemicals or unhealthy digestive system, they get attached to collagen. Collagen is a magnet for them. They just stick to collagen. And then the immune system finds these dirty collagen molecules, contaminated, looks at them and says, you don't look like my collagen. And initially the immune system would use inflammation to clean that collagen up. So for example, if a bunch of toxins came in and attached themselves to your knee joint, to all the collagen molecules in your knee. So you wake up in the morning and your knee is swollen, hurts and red and doesn't bend properly, doesn't work properly. It's your immune system. It found that dirty collagen and it decided to use inflammation to clean it up. It's cleaning your knee. The last thing you want to do is to go to the doctor and get pills to get rid of inflammation, to get rid of all this swelling and the rest of it. You have to allow your immune system to do the work, to clean that collagen in your knee. But of course, if the toxin came in and doesn't come anymore, your immune system will clean that collagen and that's it. Inflammation will be removed and you'll be well, you'll be fine. But if the toxin keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming, the inflammation never stops. Arthritis becomes permanent, more or less. What is arthritis? It's inflammation of the joint. That's what arthritis is. And if the situation goes long enough, a couple of months or so, that the immune system will start developing special cells called antibodies, which learn about that particular contaminated molecule of collagen with that particular toxin sitting on it. And these cells will then learn to destroy these molecules of collagen and remove them. You start losing your collagen. So your joints become loose, don't give you good support. Your spine becomes loose because the spine is hundreds of little joints. Your spine becomes loose, doesn't give you good support. And you start getting slip discs in the spine. You start getting back pain and lumbago and things like that. You start bruising easily because the walls of your arteries and veins are made out of collagen. So if the collagen is disappearing, is being removed in your body, then the walls of your arteries and veins become weak and they break easily and you get bruised easily. You've lifted a chair or something, you got a bruise on your hand. You think, my goodness, I haven't done anything. And why do I have a bruised hand? Because the walls of your blood vessels are weak and you're getting these bruises. And then you become clumsy because your joints are not giving you good support. You start, a child with this situation just falls over all the time and hurts himself all the time. So all sorts of symptoms start appearing. So you need more collagen. And majority of people in our Western world are in that situation at the moment when they're losing collagen because of toxicity. We need more collagen. Where does it come from? From soup, traditionally made soup, where you get a joint of the animal with a bone and a joint in it and ligaments and fascias, nothing's cut off. You just have a chunk of animal with meat on it, everything. Skin, preferably if it's a pig. You put it in a pan, you fill it up with water, you put some salt, pepper in there, and you cook it for about 3-4 hours until the meat is soft. The liquid that comes out of that is called meat stock, and it's the basis of the GAPS diet, rich in collagen, full of collagen. And then you eat all of those white, soft tissues around the joint, which is soft now, after you boil them in water for 3-4 hours. So all the joint and capsule and all the bones, you eat all of that. You just, like a piranha fish, you need to really leave those bones clean. Yeah, so you get a huge amount of collagen that way. You replenish your lost collagen. A bowl of soup every day, every human being from birth to death should have. When I grew up in the Soviet Union, in every canteen at school or on holiday or in a sanatorium or anywhere else, you know, every time when we had lunch, we had a bowl of soup. And every cook will tell us, if a child said, oh, I don't want soup, you know, you would be told off and you'll be told that a bowl of soup every day, a must, without fail. Because that is the building materials in that soup, which sustain your physical structure, which keep your body well built and strong and survive in this world. Meat stock. And that is the staple in the GAPS diet.
Do we eat also the skin?
Absolutely. You eat the skin, you eat the ligaments, you eat, because skin is very rich in collagen. It's a high collagen material, skin. Blood vessels, nerves have a lot of collagen in them, and joints, ligaments, fascias, all of this sort of thing. Tails, heads, spine, all the cheaper bits of meat, cheaper parts of the animal, less expensive.
Good to know. Here in Romania, we have great soil, a lot of minerals, a lot of black earth, because a lot of foreign investors did not come now because we're a poor country, but they start to come more and more. What would be your message, Dr. Natasha, to our local farmers?
Romania is blessed that it's a poor country and that other investors are not interested. You are blessed. Because the West, all the West will bring you, I'm sorry to say, is disease and grief. That's all. Don't expect anything good or healthy from there. Because the Western world is, the Western population are the sickest population in the world, the most unhealthy population in the world, the most abused population in the world. It all looks, it's all visibility, it's all the wrapping, but what's inside is not very good. So preserve your soil. Use only organic, natural methods of farming. The way people farmed in Romania for thousands of years. I'm sure the farmers still remember. You use manure, you use compost, you make compost. Compost is very easy to make, very easy to make. You need some plant matter for carbon, and you need manure from animals, for microbes, nitrogen and phosphorus. What we do on my farm, we use wood chip, because there are companies around us who cut trees and bushes in people's gardens, and they chip all the wood. They turn it into little pieces. They have these machines which turn the wood into little pieces. But we mix that wood chip with fresh manure, half and half, mix it. 8 months later, 10 months later, it's compost, beautiful compost. So preserve your soil, protect your soil, have more animals on your land, more pastures, and use only manure and compost on your land. Keep away from the agricultural chemicals, because they will destroy your soil very quickly. In a matter of a few years, you will have no soil left. That's what they do.
Thank you for this message. Can we say us as patients, we are brainwashed if we go, for example, to our doctors and they prescribe us antibiotics, and afterwards we feel sick and chronic fatigue, but the doctors say we're fine? Does this mean that we're brainwashed and we do not know anymore that we're not fine, even though the doctors says so?
Well, you have to understand that the doctor only knows what the doctor has been told. The doctors are brainwashed themselves. They live in a certain paradigm and they are serving the pharmaceutical industry. Change your diet. Read my books. If you have a physical disorder, read the blue book, this one. I don't think it's translated into Romanian.
No, it's not.
But the yellow one is translated. The yellow one is translated, this one, I'll show it again. The diet is the same. The diet is described in both books. It's the same in both books. So read this book. I know this book on the cover focuses on autism, ADHD, schizophrenia, epilepsy, and so on the brain. But the diet is the same for every chronic disease. So get this book. Don't look at the cover. Don't look at the diagnostic labels that are here. Whatever diagnostic label you have, whether it's chronic fatigue, whether it's fibromyalgia, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis, whether it's neurological, hormonal disorder, skin problem, lung problem, heart problem, do the diet, do the diet. I'm sure that people in Romania still have a reserve of health. It's the same from my country. I come from the Soviet Union. Overall, the population in the Soviet Union, in Russia, is still healthier than the population in the Western world.
For sure.
Because in the Western world, people have been abused. Their health has been abused now for many more generations than in Romania, in East Europe, and in Russia. So people in your country have a better reserve of health. You will recover quicker than a person somewhere like Britain or France or Germany.
How many times do we wash our hair and skin, and with what products? Do we do it daily or not actually?
The best thing to wash your hair with are egg yolks, raw egg yolks. You separate the egg yolk carefully from the white and use the egg yolk like shampoo. Just wet your hair, rub the egg yolk in, rinse. Your hair will be perfectly clean.
Daily?
No. Whenever you need to. Doesn't have to be daily at all. You know, if it's every few days or maybe once a month, it depends on how much hair you've got and what you need to look like. So if you want your hair to be moldable, you know, in a certain shape, then rinse it with water with a little bit of beer in it. Add maybe, you know, 3 tablespoons of beer per liter of water, and your hair will be moldable. You will not smell of beer, but your hair will stand in a position that you want it to be.
And what about the skin?
The skin should be washed only with water. No soap should be used on human skin, even hands, because the soaps, all soaps, wash off the oils, and the skin works very hard to produce these oils, because these oils and other substances are a habitat for the microbial community which lives on your skin. And this microbial community protects your skin from drying out, from diseases, from invasion by pathogenic microbes. It's very important. It should be there. Every time you use soap, you are displacing that microbial community. You're washing away its habitat. Use the sponge. The sponge is good. You know, rubbing yourself with a good sponge, that's fine. Absolutely fine to remove the dead skin. But no soap, particularly in the groin, particularly for women. If a woman is prone to, or a man is prone to candida in that area or any other area around the body, kefir. After your shower or bath, after you've dried yourself with a towel, take a handful of kefir and apply it all over those problematic areas of your body. Let it dry on you and then dress up. That will prevent it, and that will bring it back to normal community. Any moisturizer, for moisturizers on the skin, you can use any edible fat. Olive oil is great, coconut oil is great to use on your face, on your hands, but the most healing substance is tallow for the skin. If you have eczema, if you have psoriasis, if you have any kind of irritated skin or dry skin anywhere on your body, use tallow. What is tallow? Tallow is the fat that melts out of the layers of fat which are inside the animal's body. And the animal needs to be grass-fed, not from an industrial operation somewhere. You want a lamb or you want a beef or a goat, which was on grass somewhere in nature. So this is fat that is around the heart of the animal, around the intestines, around the kidneys of the animal, inside the body. So if you get that fat and then put it in the oven at a fairly low heat, maybe 120 degrees Celsius, and leave it there for about 4 or 5 hours, or maybe overnight even in the oven. And that will melt a lovely yellow fat, liquid fat. You pour that into jars, and that is the best medicine for the skin. It'll keep in the fridge for 6 months at least. You can cook with it. It's the best medicine for your digestive system. It's excellent for cooking, for eating, and also applying to any problematic skin on your body.
I will do that. I promise. Also my wife, I will tell her, and we will do that. What about after sports? We do daily sports. We wash our hair and body just with water?
Yes, just with water. You can use the sponge. You see, when you stop using the soap, when people use soap regularly, particularly when they use it every day or even twice a day, you know, sometimes more often, the body has to produce more oil. It has to work very hard to overproduce oils. So your skin becomes greasy as a result. When you stop doing that, the body will reduce its production of oils, it will normalize, and your skin will become like a peach, nice and soft, and it will not be oily. It will take some time, but it'll get there. The same with the hair. If you have been shampooing your hair every day, the hair becomes greasy because the body produces too much grease to fight the shampoo. So if you stop using the shampoo, if you just use the egg yolk periodically, then you will find that the production of grease reduces and your hair will be perfectly fine. The best water to wash hair is river water or lake, in a lake or in a river. Because these natural waters in a clean lake, of course, without industrial contamination, of course, a clean lake or clean river, there's a lot of clay in there, there's life in there, there's all sorts of things in there. If you swim in a river like that on a daily basis, obviously in the summer, in the season, you won't need to shampoo your hair at all for the whole summer pretty much, because the clay cleans your hair.
Wow.
It cleans your skin. That's how people used to wash their hair. They didn't walk around dirty. They just washed in the rivers and in the lakes.
What about seborrheic dermatitis?
That's again abnormal microbial flora on the skin. And the skin is producing toxins because the body is full of toxins. So the body is trying to get rid of these toxins through sweat. The sweat coming out full of toxins. These toxins cause irritation on the skin. They interact with the microbes, and these microbes turn them into more poisonous things. And then the immune system joins in. the whole party. And the immune system then causes inflammation. It makes the skin itchy and red and swollen, or ulcerated, or spots appear, or whatever else appear. And if it is on the face, then Chinese have said very correctly, the face is the mirror of the bowel. Your bowel is full of abnormal microbial community. There's a lot of rotting going on in there, full of dirt, and your face is showing all of that. So you need to change your diet, and it's a good idea to cleanse your bowel with enemas. I have all the instructions on enemas in my books and on my websites. So I can put, if we've got a chat here, I can put my websites here, because there are many GAPS websites. On gapstraining.com, we have a course on enemas. It's a master course on enemas. So if you want to know about enemas, that course will teach you everything there is to know about enemas. And there are many other courses there as well. And gaps.me is my website. It's the website. There are many GAPS websites in the world, but that's my website.
Perfect, thank you. What about if it's the dermatitis seborrheic on the hair?
Well, in that case, you want to rub kefir into it, or whey. If you drip kefir through a cheesecloth, the yellow liquid that drips out is called whey. You can rub that into your scalp, leave it there for about an hour, and then wash with egg yolks. And just repeat that, do that all the time. Kefir will heal it. You have abnormal microbial community there.
More and more Romanians, if they eat fat, good fat, they get sick and they have headaches. What should we recommend them?
That means that you have a lot of bile stones in your liver.
Okay.
The bile is not flowing. So you're not digesting fat very well, and your liver is toxic. Your liver is intoxicated. It's full of toxicity. It can't cleanse itself, because the way the liver cleanses itself, it puts all the toxins into the bile, and then the bile comes into your intestines and leaves the body through the stool. But if you have lots of bile stones in your liver, then the bile is not flowing and the liver cannot cleanse itself. Every headache is due to the toxic liver. The liver is full of toxicity. The diet, the GAPS diet, will remove all these stones gradually. The enemas, particularly if you finish your enema with a coffee enema, which I described in the blue book and on my website, you will unload your liver, you will remove the stones. The stones will come out with the diet gradually, and your liver will become clean, and the headaches will stop, and you will be able to digest fat. Generally speaking, the more fat the person eats, the animal fat, the healthier they are. The better their eyesight, the better their brain works, the more stamina, the more energy they have, the better they feel overall. But you need to be able to digest it. And in order to digest fat, you need bile.
Thank you very much, Dr. Natasha, for this interview, especially the last, everything actually, not just special, not just the last part. Thank you for everything. Thank you for your work. I believe we're very much in need for doctors, but also human beings like you. And I'm very sincere. I could thank you 10 times now, but that would be silly. So thank you again. And I hope to keep in touch or to do another episode once a year or something like that. I felt honored by your presence and your beautiful, words and energy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your work as well, for spreading the word. Thank you for inviting me.